Hi Year 9s, this is an explanation of your Chef for a Day task. Let's start with the design brief here. While away from school, you are to cook, clean, including dishes, and develop a recipe for a meal you've made at home. This can be a breakfast, lunch, dinner, or dessert meal. You must include a photo of the meal you make. Complete some evaluation questions below, get some feedback from someone that was around the time that you did the cooking, and complete a sensory analysis, so recording some sensory information about what you make. Make sure you're choosing a meal suitable to your cooking abilities to show your skills, but to maintain safety. Let's start with the important notes because these are really important here. Your 90-minute lesson time today is allocated to cooking or assisting with a meal at home. So this doesn't have to be done in the normal time frame of our Year 9 home ec lesson. It can be done today or in the next couple of days, whatever suits your family and your household. It can be ideally cooked for your family and whoever's in your household at the moment, or if need be, a sandwich, for example, that you're making just for yourself. Now, depending on your skill level and the permission that you have from your caregivers, it can be something that's cooked entirely by you if you're fairly experienced and confident in the kitchen. However, if not, please assist with the preparation, cooking, and cleanup of a meal that someone in your family is making so that you can learn some of those skills along the way. You don't lose marks if you don't do it all yourself. That's not what it's about. It's about learning and showing some skills. So I do ask that you would participate in all sections of the preparation, cooking, serving, and especially the cleanup of a recipe, even if you're not doing it all on your own. It can be a really simple recipe if needed, or something complex, depending on the ingredients you have available at home, what your family was planning to cook, and the skills that you all have. This is not about you going out to the shops, buying ingredients and making something specially for home ec. This is about you volunteering to cook one of your family meals that you were going to have anyway, or if you can't do that, assisting with something that was going to be made anyway. It is not an extra. It is using something that was happening anyway in your house as part of your home ec work. Ideally, it would be great if it's a main meal, a dessert, or a lunch. They tend to be a bit more complex or utilize some more skills and equipment. However, if it's not possible, then it can be a breakfast, particularly if you're actually making something that involves cooking, like pancakes or bacon and egg burrito, for example. But simple, if that's all that's available, is okay. Let's have a look at the sections to fill in. Now, if you're not really familiar with recipes and you haven't done much home ec or cooking before, this is a really simple video. It is a little bit childish, but it does explain clearly the different sections of a recipe and the way that they're written, the sorts of words that are used. So you can refer to this. If you're fairly confident with recipes, you can skip that. The name of the meal or the recipe, how many servings did you make? Was it for 1, 4, 8? How long was the preparation time? Listing the equipment that was used, right from knives and cutting boards to oven, fridge, measuring cups, measuring spoons, scales, Thermomix, everything listed there. The different food ingredients with quantities listed here. The method, the steps that you took to make the recipe. If it's a written, recorded recipe, you can copy that straight over. If it's something that your family just makes and you know how to make it, then you'll need to write down and document the different steps along the way. Get some feedback, so have someone score your meal out of 5, whether they're eating it or just having a look at it, and a comment about what you've made and particularly about your cleanup, really important. Evaluation questions, there's only 2. Include detail and as much cooking terminology as you can. What skills and techniques did you use in the recipe, and what part of the recipe did you use them for? At least 2. Okay, this is any sort of preparation technique, from chopping, boiling, baking, right? Any of those things could be written about here. What changes would you make to the recipe to suit your personal taste? And why, of course. And then a picture If you could include progress photos, that would be absolutely amazing, but at least a picture of your final dish. Lastly, some sensory information, 1 to 2 sentences about the appearance of your dish. What did you serve it on? What colours could you see? What shapes? Where did you position it? How large was the portion? The taste and texture. For ideas on these two, on the next page, there is some keywords that you can use to help describe your dish here on the side, but hopefully it'll be helpful. As always, get in touch if you need extra support or help via email or direct message. Always here to help.